Yeah, I want to know what the is wrong with my car. You have a short in your horn.
Motormouth Radio, 90.3 FM, WHPC.
Hi, folks, I'm Mel Tillis, and you ain't gonna believe this.
Hi, this is Wanda Jackson. Hi, this is Loretta Lynn.
Hi, neighbor. This is Charlie Leuven. Hi, everybody. This is Bobby Bear. Hello, everybody. This is Ronnie Millsap.
Hello, friends. This is Mike Wiseman.
Hi, this is Lynn Anderson.
Hello, friends. This is Jim Ed Brown. Hi, friends. This is Charlie Pride.
Hi, folks. This is Ricky Skaggs.
And this is Michael Anthony. Join me and my legendary friends as we travel down Old Country Road. That's Sunday evenings from 8 to 10. We'll pick you up at the next corner. Why don't you join us as we head down Old Country Road for miles and miles and miles. Right here on 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College.
Yeah, I want to know what the is wrong with my car. You have a short in your horn.
Motormouth Radio, 90.3 FM, WHPC.
I love that riff.
They're off like
And I know people with shorts in their horn. And I know people with horns in their shorts.
We're off with
And let me tell you, it hurts. Ba-dum-bum.
off with a powerful thud here at Motormouth Radio.
You mean this? Thud, yeah.
Exactly. Chris in for Ray, Joe D. Is,
And you can watch us on Facebook Live, make us complete idiots of ourselves. I don't know. I propped the iPad up. I'm going to try this a little while longer and see how this goes. And,
Right.
you know.
516-572-7440 on Facebook Live. We found out we can't hear the callers, but we're going to figure it out.
I will do sign interpretation.
There is a way. There is a way. If I remember correctly, there is a way, but it involves getting under the table here. So we're not going to do that right
you'll
now.
never get up. No.
No.
The chiropractor is off duty right now, so no.
Well, Bob asked before we took a break. Bob had asked about what I was driving and what I'm doing.
What are you driving?
I still have the TR6. And actually, last night was the first night, and I can't tell you how many years, that I went and took it to a cruise night.
Really?
Yeah.
It actually runs?
Oh, yeah, totally.
My God.
Oh, and it runs, let me tell you, and I'm going to say this once, and I'm never going to say this again. Joe, it runs really good.
All right, Salt, Rabbit's Feet, let's go.
It runs really good.
Knocking wood.
I was driving this thing. Now, mind you, I spent one entire day on it. What I did was I just went through the whole engine, stem to stern, went and adjusted the carburetors, adjusted the timing, went through the whole thing. I also changed, there's some sort of pollution valve. It's some sort of gasoline relay. I'm not kidding.
Gasoline relay.
Yeah, it sits right next to the radiator. I wish I had opened up the book and came up with the original name for this thing.
Sounds like some type of thermal thing.
It's part of the pollution control device because it runs to the canister and then it runs off the canister and it runs into the carburetor some way. But that was slowly failing and slowly dying, and because of that, everything on the engine it would always fall out of adjustment. And I thought it was just good old British.
It screwed the mixture up.
I thought it was good old British technology at its best. That's what I was figuring.
Yeah. I would think it didn't leak. That's strange. Usually British stuff leaks.
Well, this is what happened. The bottom of it popped out, the diaphragm dried up, and gas started to pour out of.
So it did leak.
Yeah. Well, that's why I replaced it.
It was practicing leaking before that.
How many times have you looked at a vehicle and see gasoline pouring out where the radiator is?
That's pretty good. I see a lot of stuff, but that's a good one.
That doesn't happen.
No, except to you.
You do it. You do the slow.
Except to you.
Right, you do the slow back away. You're like, the car's possessed.
All right, you call the priest and say, you want to get a look at this here? Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So this is basically what I had to deal with until I saw what that part was. Mind you, $100. Went and ordered it from who knows, Moss Motors. I don't even remember who I ordered it from.
Right.
But went and ordered it and put it in. The car, Joe, is rock solid.
No kidding.
Rock solid.
So when you ordered it, how'd you order it? Like, como se llama on the...
Basically it. That was basically it. Took a picture of it, sent it. They sent me another one. Looks brand new.
Not
That
bad.
was it. It was great.
I guess they're used to that over there.
So, yeah, it was not. So this is, I installed that, set the car up once that was installed. It has been a rock ever since.
Wow.
So now I went back and forth to the cruise night. Went to Bill's Drive-In.
Oh.
In glorious Monroe, Connecticut, I may add.
Monroe, Connecticut.
Scenic.
A hot spot.
Downtown Monroe, Connecticut. Anyway.
So all three people showed up. Okay.
I was...
Two of them with cars.
I was one of two foreign cars.
I told you.
Everybody... There was like a dozen old Caddy convertibles.
Oh, you were in your glory.
And me and my cousin's got a nice Camaro, small block, a 67 SSRS. Very nice. Both of us were together. And there was a guy across from us that had a Morris Minor.
Oh, okay.
Yes, a Morris Minor.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool. It wasn't so bad.
Sure. I mean, that's not bad. You were actually in the foreign contingent.
I was.
Did you find yourself being mysteriously drawn towards the Cadillacs?
Of course.
Where your genetic material just kind of dragged you over there?
Of course.
Well, hey, yeah, I know.
But these guys think that they have gold now. I mean, there's one guy. No, mind you, it was very nice. It was a 56 coupe convertible. It was very nice. It was black, red interior. It had all the goodies in it, pretty much all the goodies in 1956. And the guy said, "Yeah, I'll take 80 grand for the car." And I was
80
like,
grand?
Whose favor are you doing? 80 grand? I was like, "Are you kidding me?" "Thank you very much. Goodbye." And I walked away. I was like, "That was it. I was done."
80 grand? What the heck is wrong with these people?
But it was almost like a favor, like a joke for you. I'm gonna take 80 grand. I was like, "Come on."
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna not take the pint of blood too? Is that what you're telling me?
The pound of flesh.
I think it's gone to their heads up there. They putting something in the ice cream or something?
Yeah, there must be. Well, all of these cars, it's amazing how all of these cars are garaged. All of these cars are driving on fairly smooth roads. Mm-hmm. All of these cars, they're just well maintained. When you get on a road up there, the car shifts like and now you're doing your 30, 40 miles an hour. You never touch the brake. The car's running at a certain speed. The transmission is locked in whatever gear it's in. Maybe you go up and down a couple of hills, but it's not like the severe conditions that we deal with here.
Obviously not a Queens of Brooklyn car, because that would be like, you get in the car, tire smoke, right? 3 potholes,
right?
A 90-degree drift. A quick brake check before you go off the side of the LAE. Yeah, no, of course, yeah. Our cars are so much better shape. Our cars are tested tough.
Oh, totally. Someone said to me, "What are extreme conditions?" They talk about the Sears battery starts these cars in extreme conditions. What's an extreme condition? What we are dealing with in the boroughs, what we're dealing with, what you guys are dealing with. What's this we stuff?
Well, you guys.
There's no mouse in my pocket. What you guys are dealing with.
Yeah,
not me.
Yeah, maybe that guy on the phone is one of us guys.
I'm on the rolling hills. 516-572-7440. Back to the phones. Back to the fun. Hi, you're on with the Motor Mouths. Chris is in for Ray and Joe.
Yeah, this is Franz. Is Hans there?
Yeah. It's good to hear you.
Yeah, you stupid Americans, that's your problem, you see. You don't know.
Yeah, we're smart, I know.
The grand engineering of it all, that's the problem.
Yeah, so I know. You don't know.
I'm sitting here in Geneva, I'm watching you now. Yeah, it's very interesting on your blog thing that you're doing.
Yeah, I pushed the right button. I was very impressed with myself. Yeah, I had Helga come in there.
I got to actually see you gentlemen in the flesh. It's very interesting.
Well, you see, we really do exist. We are not computer generated. So people think we are actually holograms, but we're not. I am flesh and blood, see?
Yeah, so how are you gentlemen doing today? Is everything in the right order? Is your lubrication good? Is it all good now?
Oh, that's...
Is your lubrication good?
Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
I know. Well,
yeah, because I see that, perhaps there might be some need. Please don't go under the desk unless Joseph has a smile on his face, okay?
I thought we were going to keep that between us. So how is sunny Florida?
You're going to introduce Anthony, please?
Anthony, my former partner, always the other half of my brain, who now takes care of all those folks in Florida that can't tell which end of a screwdriver to hold without putting their eye out.
Oh, boy.
and just forget about things like scan tools and multimeters. But we are always together mentally, and access on the word mental, so it's okay.
Anthony, why German cars? And how did you get such a good accent?
He likes to hurt himself.
Many years of practice, especially being with Joseph. You should have been there back in the day when we had the shop. It was hysterical when things would come in.
Yeah.
Basically, if a German car came in, Joseph made the sign of the cross and said, "Okay, I'm not dealing with this right now because I don't need a breakdown."
Yeah, and that was the 90s before they really got stupid too.
Yeah. So that was the whole joke. It was like if something came in that wasn't like an American brand or whatever, it was like he just looked at me and I said, "Okay, sweetheart, no problem. You don't need a migraine today. I'll take care of it."
Yes.
So,
Anthony's good like that because I just couldn't handle that stuff. I mean, give me American cars, give me Cadillacs.
Yeah.
Give me Cadillacs, give me Lincolns, give me Toyotas, no problem, Chevys, whatever. But I never really could get that whole German mindset.
So Anthony, did you hear the promo that I played at the beginning of the show?
No, I actually didn't, but I got Joseph's message that he was on, and the minute I saw the live thing, I was like, "Oh, I got to check these guys out and see what's going on."
You made the promo.
You made the promo. You've made the promo.
Yeah,
it's very nice. It's the thing. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Now you can tell all your friends down in the community that you're a personality up here in New York.
And just so that you know, I know it because it's American. You're not used to such things as European, but the TR6 is what you're encountering is actually part of your thermostatically controlled choke. I just want you to be aware of that.
The choke. The choke was on him.
Yes, don't do it on there. It's not becoming of you.
Anthony, thank you so much, my brother.
And could you imagine we actually
you guys have a good show, man. I'm tuning in, so keep it up.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good one, guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Right, bye.
516-572-7440.
5 years of my life, 10 years of therapy. Right there.
German cars are really, really that bad?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Actually, as far as Anthony's concerned, no. As far as I'm concerned, yes. That's because you can't go into the good old laptop and look up wiring diagrams and flow chart of how things work and stuff like that. So I get frustrated. Mm-hmm. But then once somebody explains it to me, I'm like, oh, it's the same thing as a blah, blah, and it's like every other friggin' car.
I do remember that conversation. I remember Anthony saying something about patience. It's like you need a ton of patience.
I mean, I have a lot of patience, but like this is... Some of us are more twisted than others, and we know who we're talking about here. So they get that stuff more.
Got it.
But and because, I mean, anybody who has to recalibrate a sunroof for 28.4 seconds... You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, that was when this all started because like he called me up. We were talking about that.
Yes.
Recalibrating the sunroof and the Benz. It had to be like 28.5 seconds, and he waited 28.3 seconds, and that was the end of that. And we discussed that maybe the Germans were just being very, 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 very punctual. Yeah,
very precise.
Yeah,
very precise.
Yeah, I don't know. I know people that do those cars, and I help them. I help them with the more day-to-day, American and Japanese cars, and we're all good, so it's all right. I don't. It's all in your training.
It is.
As far as how what you've seen or whatever, because I have I know somebody who works for Volkswagen for a long time, and Volkswagen is in there too, even though they're not a luxury car. And he just kind of smiles when I sit there and I tell him about some of the stuff I run into at the shop that they throw at me. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Oh, that's the," and I'm like, "Really? Where were you like 3 hours ago when I was over at the shop?" And then again, like at Volkswagen, they had the Volkswagen Rutan, which was a Chrysler minivan,
right?
And that confounded him because everything made sense to me, so it was okay. So we ended up, mutually assisting each other, and I taught him how to drive a Chrysler scan tool, and he taught me how to drive a VW scan tool, and I still won't even touch that thing without wearing rubber gloves because no, there are too many sweat beads, snot beads, whatever. I can't go near this thing. Now somebody give me a mop, all right?
516-572-7440. That's Joe D, the co-host of
And
this
that's
fine
Chris S.
The fine establishment you know is Motor Mouth Radio. I am in for Ray. Ray is right now, I think he is. He's probably he's up in the Tennessee foothills. I don't know, yodeling or something. I don't know what he's